Wow, this is amazing. The last pitch of the day, and it had to be me. Today, I expected this, and I knew that you will be sitting in a dark room for the entire day, so I took a picture of a mountain. Actually, I hiked up this morning, but we can't see it. So, doesn't matter. I have a special privilege, being the last, to have some conclusions about the conference. And I have made 3 conclusions. First of all, we have seen extraordinary levels of creativity out here. All those guys building solutions for the blockchain future. Secondly, I believe we have no clue how the future will look like, especially if all of those solutions will come into place. And thirdly, I believe that all of us are here for the education. All of us are curious to see this blockchain future. And I'm passionate about education, because I believe that without education, we cannot bring our society to this blockchain future. And yet, we are educating our society to be factory workers. Hundreds of years of the same education methods, and yet the technology leaders in education are putting the same methods and the same content online. We are at Web 1.0 right now in education space. And we believe that we can change it. We have to address 2 big problems. Actually, there is an invisible intermediary in the blockchain space, in the education space. It creates a lot of hope and trust. First of all, a student has to trust the education system that it will lead him to gainful employment. Secondly, employers have to hope that the education system will deliver them the talent that they need. And thirdly, there's the education system that has legacy systems, and they can only upgrade when we need to reinvent it at all. So, we are trying to solve this problem with blockchain. We are creating something called Smart Incentive. Smart Incentive aligns the economic incentives of employers, educators, and students in a way that makes sense. And we are putting this Smart Incentive as the engine of education on a decentralized online education platform that will have incentives for its users, for the community, to maintain up-to-date content and the newest teaching methods. Where are we going to start? We're going to start where the money is. The money right now is in the final leg of education, where you provide really specialized skills for the potential employees. And we will start with blockchain and tech skills. So you probably have seen all those code academies popping up all around the world, teaching students in 3 or 6 month courses some specialization. We're gonna do the same, but online, and better than all of our competitors. Currently, the MOOCs completion rate is at around 5%, because the best there is free of charge, scholarship. We think we can do better, we can pay students to learn. And this is a game changer. So we're gonna start with 3 use cases. The first use case is, for example, you need a Solidity developer in Davos. And there are a few IT guys in Davos who could become Solidity developers, but they're employed and they don't care. So by creating a smart incentive, an employer like you can actually attract attention of that programmer to study and finish the course. And you get a potential employee. The second thing is pre-screening of talent, where you create a minimum bar of entrance, let's say delivering your own course of 4 or 6 hours, where you can teach the potential applicant everything you need, and only those that pass the test get interviewed. And the last one is actually interesting for everyone here, and we are talking with a lot of blockchain companies. We just today confirmed Zcoin working with us on this. Actually, blockchain products are difficult, and you need power users. And to get power users is expensive. So what we offer is to create your course about your product and create an incentive attached to it. So you would pay like $50 for a user to study what exactly you're trying to do with your blockchain solution. So we get phenomenal feedback on that. Looking at the token economy, we actually worked quite a lot on it, and it's hard to simplify it. But essentially, the employers will issue token incentives. The educator will take a part of it to deliver the course, design the course, or deliver the teaching method, and the student will earn the token. But most importantly, the student will not be able to finish the course without some benefit to the community. So we will incentivize students to mentor others, do Q&A, do live sessions in order to help the community. And then they can choose also to crowdfund new courses, new knowledge that is really specific and needed. Right now, Coursera cannot do it because specific knowledge is not demanded by the market. But let's have the market to decide what they want to learn and not what Coursera wants to sell. We have done quite a lot of research on the market and competition. So I would say that Coursera, Udacity, and others are the most alike to us, but really we are competing in a different field with them. In reality, we are competing with the education and recruitment industry because we are aligning incentives of educators and employers and cutting out the middleman. So what we want to do, we have very clear two visions. What we can achieve in 1 year and what we want to achieve in 5 years. In 1 year, it will be a MOOCs platform. Most of the courses will be designed with us together with some blockchain companies like Solidity course that we recently launched. And we will provide incentives and paths to employment, as we call it. And we're going to have blockchain-based certificates. So this is really feasible today, and we are doing this. And we are starting this on a base of 29 million users that we have from previous projects. But in the future, I'll let you into my dream, let's say, a bit. We see a content marketplace that is fully curated and education marketplace that is really working. What is the role of BitDegree is actually to design the smart incentives. This is the engine, and this is the difficult part. Nobody from the current industry has experimented with that, and we want to be the first in R&Ding smart incentives, aligning incentives of everyone. And based on blockchain-based certificates and, let's say, personal ledger of microachievements, we can predict where the person is good at and actually draw the path to his dream job, and many other things. So this is our prototype. It's live right now. You can go to solidity.bitdegree.org. It works. It's great. We have not attached incentives yet to that. It's free, so you can enjoy it. So we are a company of 200 people right now, and this is BitDegree is a spin-off. So we have a world's largest free web hosting service provider with 29 million users, and we have noticed that those users come and try to build their first website, and they fail. So we have intervened. We created a free course, and actually the results were astonishing. It was more economically efficient for us to educate those users than to spend money on the ads. So our core team also has some strong advisors and friends. So Andrus is our CEO. He's actually the guy who built this platform with 29 million users himself. He's a software developer. We have ex-Coursera senior manager in our team. We have my dear friend Jeff Burton, who is a co-founder of Electronic Arts in our team. He actually said that the initial idea of Electronic Arts was edutainment, but they never achieved it. So now we're going to work with BitDegree to make this happen. We also have Maurice Dehond, who has created a new iPad school for kids because he didn't want to let his daughter go to this conventional school. So the kids learn with iPads on their own terms, and they have 7,000 pupils. They have researched a lot in personalization of learning. Then we have James Scarborough, who is a gamification researcher at Stanford, and he will help us to design gamification. And we have Oleg Belosov, he's our crypto economy advisor, and we're gonna work with him to list our token on his exchange, actually, the first. So, BitDegree token, what it is about? We are raising 75,000 Ether, which is around $22 million. And we are going with our pre-sale on December 1st, which will last for 2 weeks with some discounts. And then we're going to do the full ICO in February. And last Friday, we have received official approval by the Bank of Lithuania, the regulator, that we can do legally our token in Lithuania. So we are the first case. Our money distribution, so we are selling 51% of tokens, and the money that we raise, we're going to use in 3 areas. First of all, building the platform. Secondly, building the courses, because we need to build the courses ourselves at first in order to populate the platform. And thirdly, attracting the initial user base. And then we can kick it off into fully decentralized solution once we have the initial solution. So we have hard cap and soft cap strategies. With hard cap, we're going to build that spaceship that I showed, and we have funding for 5 years. With soft cap, we are good for 2 years, and then our revenue models kick in. So our token model is pretty complex. But let's say, so there is a social network value, there's supply and demand interplay, and our tokens are frozen once you issue the incentive until the student finishes the course, so limiting the supply. And one very interesting thing is that we're gonna back the value of the token with hosting gear. So we're gonna accept the BitDegree token for hosting a service at the ICO price. It means that if the token value drops below that, you can better use the web hosting services from us. So this is more or less it. The last point on the slide.
We're out of time, so maybe like 20 seconds.
I think I'm more or less good. We are creating an engine for a gargantuan industry, and we have a good team. We have 29 million users. We know what to do. We are fundraising now. So thank you.